Hi, my name's Tiffany. Welcome to the Minnesota Garden Mom. We garden here in Minnesota in Zone 4, and we're going to be talking about onions today. It's onion starting time. You can start your onions any time between now and January up to March, depending on when you plan on putting your onions out. If you are up here in Zone 4, you're going to be wanting to choose long day onions. There are three different types of onions. There's long day, neutral day, and short day. That has to do with the amount of time the sun is going to be hitting those plants, because that's when it tells them to bulb up, when it hits a certain amount of hours of light. So I've already started quite a few. I'm going to be starting some more. I have two 128 cells here of onions. I have this set right here. Beautiful, lots of them. And then I had started another one. It didn't have as good a germination rate, as well as my toddler came through and decided to help me weed them out. If you've seen my short recently about bringing your plants inside, because I had them out in the garage and it was just bitterly cold, and in the morning I didn't get them put away fast enough, and he came through and was plucking them out, had a nice pile of them. So I am going to be starting some more onions, and I thought, hey, how about I talk to you guys about it? Hello. You can start your onion seeds a couple different ways. You can take them and sow them densely in a container. I've done it that way, and I've also done it this way, where I put them in their own individual seed cells, and then when it's time to plant, I just push out the whole bit and drop them in. Now, this way does take up more space. I really liked how quickly I could go about setting my seedlings in the ground, and I wasn't worried about their depth, of them being too deep or not deep enough. And just real smooth, walk around with a stick, poke a hole, drop them in, put the soil around them, and I was good to go. So that is what I'm going to be doing now. I actually had really good success doing it, so it's what I do. You don't have to do what I do. I'm just showing you what I do. So it's important to note that with onion seeds, unlike most seeds where the germination rate doesn't drop too much with age, onion seeds rapidly lower onion seeds rapidly lower in germination rate. You are almost going to get a half germination by that second year after you get them. Seed packets from My Gardener can range anywhere from about 75 seeds all the way to 250 seeds. So if you get a half germination rate of a 250 seed count, that's still pretty good, depending on how many onions you want to be starting. Regardless of what kind of onion that you plan on growing, be it red, white, yellow, um, you are going to be planting them at a fourth of an inch deep. Now, you have a couple options with that. You can either poke a little hole and individually drop them in, you can drop a couple seeds in, or you can fill up a seed tray with pre-moistened soil, put it down, and then put those seeds down, and then put more moistened soil on top of it. That is my preferred method when it comes to onions. Onion seeds are really hard to see because they are black and tiny with when you have that dark seed starting mix, because it's pre-moistened. You just want mommy today. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. You help? So I'm actually going to have to go through and see what I even have left. My Walla Wallas, they got decimated by my son. I did order some more onion seeds. I ordered a packet of candy onions. And so those should be getting here hopefully within the next week or two. I ordered them from Berlin Seed. So hopefully they'll be here in about 2 weeks. And I will start those up as well. But I'm going to be starting up, let's see, I got some more Utah yellow sweet Spanish onion seeds left. And then let's see, I have lots of my Utahs did great. And my red rubies over here are good. The Asian Craig ones are doing good. So you know what? I actually think I'm going to put down some more. Let's see, do I have any more red Geneva? Nope, I'm out of red Geneva seeds. And I got some more red ruby seeds right here, so we'll put some more of those ones down. And then I'm going to put in, hey, that's mine. That's mine. The Utah Yellow Sweet. And then I have a few more of the Alyssa Craigs. So we're going to be planting some more of those. Getting out your seeds. I have quite a few of these red rubies that I'm going to be putting in place of the red Geneva onions that didn't do the greatest for germination, but also didn't survive my toddler. And so you can see what these little black seeds look like. And this is a pretty good pile. This is about easily 100 seeds right here in my hand. I'm going to put these on this tray, fill up the spaces that are now missing onions. And then I'm going to be putting a couple of them in each of these spaces. And then I'm going to go through with some more pre-moistened soil and put them on top of them. Onion seeds like to germinate anywhere from like 60 to 80 degrees. If you go over 80 degrees, it's not the worst thing, but you're going to start cooking them at that point instead of having them germinate. If you have too many onion seeds in a cell, you just thin them out later. She's back. We're going to go in over my Walla Wallas and put in some more of the Utah Yellow Sweet Spanish. So let's also talk about different kinds of onions. You're going to find small bulb onions. You're going to find large ones. You're going to find bunching onions like this red bunching here. You're going to be finding green onions that are going to be little tiny onions that look like immature onions. And in reality, they kind of are. But it's the preference of how long it's going to take, how much onion you're going to get for your time, and what your taste preference is. I grew red tropia onions last year, and even though they tasted amazing, they grew really well here in Minnesota, they burned my eyes so much when I cut them up, and they were so pungent in their smell before they were cooked that I'm not going to grow them again. Now, I have had onions in the past that have been, pretty pungent, but this was some next level pungency. I would be racing to cut them up as fast as I could so that my eyes wouldn't be burning. I'd have to blink through the burn to get my eyes to water so that it wouldn't hurt so bad. Hurt's a strong word. Irritated. So you're going to find a lot of different color onions too. You're going to find red onions. You're going to see yellow onions, white onions, and a lot of variation between the white and yellow in between. I personally have grown some Walla Wallas in the past. I've grown sweet white Spanish. I've done the Alyssa Craig. I've done red ruby onions and red tropia onions. And all of them have grown just fine here in Minnesota. As long as you have a long day onion up here, you're going to be okay for capabilities of growing. But when it comes to actually starting your seeds, having the right temperature for them to germinate, watering them, seedlings are a fragile thing. You can't overwater them and you can't underwater them. I do recommend giving them a good water right when they first germinate, and then waiting a couple days for the soil to dry out on top. It's going to get nice and light colored like this, and then bottom watering from there. I am going to be watering these today. I water my plants about every 3 days or so. There you have it. If you have any questions about onions, feel free to drop a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. And if you would like to learn more about gardening from a new channel here in Minnesota, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Have a good day. Bye.